با سلام و درود فراوان به بینندگان جانهای عزیز آوا تیوی. امروز مهمان عزیز ما وزیر محترم دولت فدرال کانادا هستند. آقای پابلو رودریگز، ایشون وزیر میراث فرهنگی کانادا و چند فرهنگی یا مولتیکالچرالیسم در دولت فدرال هستند که امروز در کنار ما خواهند بود تا در مورد وزارتخانه و مسئولیت هایی که بر عهده دارند بیشتر با ما صحبت کنند. Mr. Rodriguez, welcome to AVA TV.
Thank you for having me here.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
It's a great pleasure to be here.
I'm going to start by asking you about the office of the Minister of Canadian Heritage and Multiculturalism. What is your main task and your responsibility?
There's like two tasks. One of them is being Minister of Heritage, which is culture. So it's a minister who has to deal with everything that's related to music, television, film, books, museums. So it's great. I always say it's the best job in the world. And the other part is being Minister of Multiculturalism, which is, as you know, the relationship with all the different communities, making sure that the communities feel at home in our country. We're supporting festivals, all kinds of events from communities across the country. So I have these two, which are equally important, and I'm a privileged person.
Well, and very powerful.
I don't know if they're powerful, but I mean, I sit in cabinet, right? We're 30 people sitting around that table, so it's an honor, it's a privilege. And the day the Prime Minister called me and said, "Hey, I want you to be the Heritage Minister," woo, it's something, right?
Yeah.
You're around the table. It's a huge portfolio, but it's also an incredible. You know, it's also a fun portfolio in a way, right? And it's about culture, it's about our identity, it's about our past, our present, our future. It's about all the communities making this country an amazing country. So it's a tough job. I mean, it's always working, always on the road, but at the same time, it's an honor and a privilege.
Now, prior to your involvement in politics, you were involved in international development.
Yes.
And you put great emphasis and importance on aiding developing countries and the fight against poverty. How has your personal experience in that role enhanced your current mandate?
That's an excellent question. I would say it's like a continuity. When I did this, I worked for years and years in an NGO. So I was managing projects in Asia, in South America, in Central America, in Africa. Those were, as you said, projects to fight poverty or taking kids out of the streets through music, through being involved in sports. We were building schools. We were doing a lot of things with sometimes little amount of money, but transforming the life with a lot of people. So the reason I was doing that is because I wanted to change the world. You know, when you're young and you're idealist and you want to change the world, which is great. And this is what I'm trying to do in politics. It's like another step. It's still trying to change the world. I've learned now with a few white hair that you cannot change everything, but you can still change things and improve society. And that's why I'm there.
I'm also trying to change. That's why I'm getting a bit of white hair.
You're doing good.
I'm trying. Now, Minister, before you were appointed the Minister of Canadian Heritage and Multiculturalism, you were appointed Chief Government Whip. What exactly is the Chief Government Whip? And what are the roles and responsibilities?
Not allowed to answer.
Are you? Is it a secret?
No, it's not. No, it's actually it's a very important job in the government. People don't know much about it. The only time we've heard about it was in House of Cards at the beginning. It's a position that's very close to the Prime Minister. You have to, for example, make sure that your colleague caucus are united, that we support each other when it's time to vote, that you deal also with all the personal internal problems. For example, when an MP goes through a difficult period, a divorce, or this and that, they all come to the whip. The whip is there to listen to them, try to walk with them, solve problems with them. So it's a key position that not many people know about it, but you sit right behind the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister sits first row, you're right behind him, and when he turns to you and asks you a question, you better have the answer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's the job.
So is it sort of like a parliamentary enforcer? Is that?
Sometimes you have to enforce a few things. the Canadian political system is based on the unity of the governing party. So when you're united, you keep the confidence of the House, you keep governing. If you lose the confidence of the House, the government falls and there's an election. So you have to make sure to keep that unity and that we move forward as a team.
So if we were playing in a hockey team, I would definitely want you on my team.
Thank you. I'd love to be on your team.
Great. I first have to learn what icing is. Because I still Minister Rodriguez, you came to Canada with your family as a child.
Yes.
So you know firsthand the challenges that are involved in coming to a new country. But are the challenges that immigrants face in the past, is it also the same kind of challenges that they face today in terms of post-migration, integration, and current socio-demographic factors?
There's no easy answer to that. I mean, some of the challenges are the same, some are different. I came here when I was about eight years old. We're political refugees. My dad was running for governor, and he was I mean, he was tortured in prison. Our house was bombed, and we were all injured. And it was a question of time before they killed us. So we came here. So I arrived here, and one day to the other, I only speak Spanish. I don't speak French. I don't speak English. I used to play soccer. Now I start playing hockey. I learned the rules of icing and others, and I did face discrimination at the time. And you have to go back 40 years ago also, like where there was less immigration. So that was challenging. We went to a smaller city in Quebec, so where there was basically no immigration. So it was a tough period, but at the same time, I think we live in a society that learns to live with each other. And I think Canada, without being perfect, is an example for the world, how it treats his minorities and its people. And listen, we can improve, and better is always possible, as the Prime Minister says. And we as a government have also responsibility in that. For example, we've seen a rise in the last years in terms of discrimination, in terms of racism in society, but also online. Online hate has gone up. So we're putting in place programs to fight that. We have to.
That's the Canada's strategy for anti-racism that was introduced this year, I believe.
Absolutely. You're right. I traveled the country for a year. Met people everywhere, people that have direct experiences with discrimination, racism. We've met with university professors, experts, people working with different communities, and this was a very, thorough, work and analysis. And we came with the national anti-racism strategy that we launched 2 months ago with a budget of $45 million. And the objective is to empower communities. What we're saying is that we have to fight racism, and you're going to do it. The communities, you're going to do it. We're going to help you, but you know better what to do. Me, the Minister of Heritage, I don't know exactly what you're facing in terms of unity. We'll provide you the funding and all the tools you need, and we'll work together to fight it.
I see. Minister, I mean, you came, I came, and yourself, we came to Canada many years ago. And here you are, a respected politician in the federal government, and here I am interviewing you. And we're not alone. There's thousands of other immigrants who are contributing to Canada and what Canada stands for, while maintaining their heritage and culture and sharing it with others. How important do you think multiculturalism is in our society?
I think it's extremely important because different communities have so much to give and contribute to this amazing country. So the Prime Minister always says that the fact that we're different is not a weakness. Like it's a strength. We're stronger because of our differences, because so many people from different communities bring. So at the same time that the communities, they integrate, they're not assimilated, they integrate to the society, they're able to speak their language, they keep their traditions. And I mean, this is all part of our country, knowing very well that the integration is important to the society, and accepting each other, understanding the fact that being different can also mean being equal, being different can also mean being united.
Yeah, I think multiculturalism dilutes ignorance.
Yeah, yes.
That's what it does. Minister, you're originally from Argentina.
Yes.
So you must be very excited that the men's FIFA World Cup is coming to Canada in 2026.
Yes, oh yes.
Do you remember the
Yes,
World
yes, I do remember. Yes, I remember.
You know exactly where I'm going,
goal
right?
at the end of the game.
You know exactly where I'm going. 90 minutes of a scoreless match.
I'm sorry.
1 minute into stoppage, and Lionel Messi scores a goal that breaks the heart of a nation.
Yes, I know.
But we still love him.
Thank
we
you.
Still love him. And just to show you how much we love him and the national team, I'm always wearing the Argentinian national jersey wherever I go. Just to show you this. This is how much we love Lionel Messi, even though he scored that goal against us.
I'm sorry about the goal, and you had a beautiful and amazing team, and I wish you the best for all the next World Cups.
Well, thank you. He might be playing for us.
Maybe.
Minister Rodriguez, at the end, do you have anything to share with the Iranian community in Canada?
Well, I want to thank the Iranian community for all you bring to our country, and it's important that everybody understands, especially the young, that you're 100% Canadian. You're bringing so much to this country, and we're all sometimes different. I'm from Argentina. We're all Canadians. We're all the same. We're all united, and we're privileged to live in this country. And thank you very much for all you do.
It was an honor and privilege to have you here with us today. I wish you best of luck.
Thank you. I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You want to have it?
I have a few.
I'm sure you do. We'll exchange the Iranian national team.
Okay, we'll do that.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. بینندگان جانهای عزیز، با سپاس فراوان از اینکه با ما همراه بودید. امیدوارم که از این مصاحبه لذت برده باشید. مثل همیشه لبخند فراموش نشه. بدرود.